And?
And what? We've come to take you back. What more is there to talk about?
Why would you want to take me back?
Because according to the shaman, you are the only hope that we have to save our tribe. Well, specifically, sacrificing you is the only hope we have to save our tribe.
I told you. Sounds like a bloody bad idea.
You were right, Janice.
I'm just gonna pour myself a cup of ale and sit on a barrel in the corner and just sit here watching it, sipping like.
No ale in the house.
Yeah.
You might be surprised hearing this from me, but can't you sacrifice anything else?
Like, what are you?
Well, we've certainly tried, but it's him that caused this entire mess.
What
And the shame
precisely is
of
this mess?
Well, I don't know how much he told you, but one day he just went completely mad, murdered an entire room of people, and ran off into the wilds, never coming back. Shortly after, things started to, well, go downhill for the tribe. Let's put it like that. Food started to spoil, water was poisoned, the spirits would stop talking to us, children were stillborn.
How recent was this?
Did you ever think that's probably because your tribe is just shit?
Yeah, it is.
What? They wouldn't let the man have
Yep,
a family. Bloody well, you know, kind of deserves them. Deserves them right.
Janice?
But yes.
Janice? Your mouth is moving again. You might want to listen to that.
I'm just saying. Kinda had it coming.
How recently did these events start occurring?
I think it was around 25 years that you left, right? 24 years ago?
Something.
I'm asking you, the player.
I'm counting my fingers. Yes.
You only have 10
Around
fingers.
then.
How did you count to 25?
We've had more and more strange beasts come out of the forest. Honestly, we've had our hands full just keeping the tribe safe. It was as if the land itself had turned against us.
Since about 25 years ago.
It started 25 years ago. It's been going on ever since. We've tried everything, but we're at our wits' end.
Were there any points where it became worse?
Continuously. Just worse and worse. Shadows.
Yes.
Give me a history. Just give me an intelligence check.
Oh, you're asking the ranger to. Alright, sure. I can do that for you.
I love it. I love it. You listen to this, and maybe without even noticing, at some, like, very soon after he started talking, your mind just drifts off. And maybe subconsciously, you try very hard not to listen to what he has to say. Because at the back of your mind, something he says you don't want to hear. But, you know, you have your ale. You're ignoring him. It's all good. And the barbarian looks at you guys and says, well, what's the plan then?
I presumably would have done a reasonable chunk of research before coming here, given my mission. Would events starting off 25 years ago mean much to me based off my research?
Give me a history check. Oh no. You don't really remember anything from like 25 years ago. You do remember at some point there was an influx of just monsters coming out of the nearby woods, but it wasn't anything really that special. No one was too bothered.
Boris,
Would our temple have anything about it? Like anything in an archives or temple?
Possibly. I mean, you've been here for a while, right?
Yeah.
If you want, you can give me a history check to see if you remember anything.
Barely, but yes,
time.
maybe.
when I need my wife here, she would know the answers to these questions.
Did she not give you a sending stone, eh?
Probably not.
Did you forget it at home?
She wanted private time. More fire force.
That's what you get when you marry a wizard. They kick you out. Did you roll? Sorry.
Oh wait, yes, I actually did, but I rolled to myself. I rolled a 12. I can roll again.
No, it's fine. You rolled a 12?
20.
Oh,
20.
There you go, 20. Let's go.
Yay!
Alright, you don't remember anything specifically involving barbarian tribes from around that time. But you do remember that around maybe 20 years ago, approximately, you do remember more elves than usually traveling through the area. Not really stopping to talk to anyone. They didn't look like traders. They just sort of basically traveled through as quickly as possible. And it did stick with you because they are not very much known for leaving the area that they live in. They don't really hang out with the people in this area too much.
So
And
something similar must have happened with elves, right?
Possibly. Around the same time, yes.
But no details from them either.
No, they didn't talk to anyone, but they did seem like almost as if they were wrong.
Something similar happened to the elf tribes. They left their land and they embarked on a long journey. They didn't even stop to leave any details. Interesting.
So what you're saying, we should sacrifice Giannis as well?
I don't remember such details in archives, but no. They didn't say anything. They didn't not much or like anything at all.
They didn't really interact with anyone in town.
So maybe they didn't need any sort of sacrificial material.
Did
Maybe-
they stay in the salt marsh? Or did they leave entirely across the seas?
They were passing by the salt marsh. They didn't stay here for very long. They left. They didn't ask for the archives doesn't have any info about their need for sacrifice. Maybe they did sacrifice successfully, but it didn't work. Who knows? But the barbarian friend over here, he might need to know that it might not work. The sacrifice, I mean. There might be much more to it, maybe some sort of curse.
Yes, a curse put on us by that guy.
Shut your face.
Bad enough that he wasn't of wild blood, but whatever he is, but then he also went and killed everyone.
It was 3 guys. That's not everyone.
I mean, if you have
Rest
people
wasn't me.
shortage, then just repopulate your tribe, get some more workers. I mean,
Well, as I told you, we've barely had any healthy children.
It's 'cause
well,
Stolgek wasn't there. Father, the children. You brought this upon yourselves.
Have you thought about moving like the elves did?
Well, I mean, where to? It's not like we can really move anywhere. The people in these lands don't want us. They would probably think we were trying to attack. The king gave us these lands and said as long as we stayed there, we would be allowed to live free without having to follow his rule. Anywhere else we go, we...
well, the archives clearly states that the elf tribe ran from their homeland. So
Well,
they
that's
left
because
it
they
in
are
haste.
cowards. We wouldn't give up our lands until we have absolutely no hope.
At this
And
point, I
right
make the
now, we
vines-
still have...
I'm gonna make the vines wrapping around him just start to like wrap around even tighter.
Alright. he like gives you a look, but he doesn't acknowledge the fact that now he can basically barely breathe.
Your decision involves a life of an individual, and it's not guaranteed that it'll work. So,
An individual who's already taken plenty of lives. I mean, he is a cold-blooded murderer. He killed our chief for no reason, he killed the guards for no reason, and then he just ran off like the coward that he is.
well, don't blame everything on him. Like, haven't you killed anyone in your life?
Of course we have.
Then you cannot judge him.
Well, I
Only-
can,
only
it
I
was
can.
always in self-defense.
Only I can judge.
From what we've been told, it wasn't for no reason either.
That's bullshit, Glenn, and you know it.
Oh, shut it, Stolgeg. What do you mean for no reason? Just taking your axe out and just going to town on people?
Well, it
What
sounds
good
like you
reason
haven't heard
could
the
there
whole
possibly
story.
be? What? Him not being allowed to start his own family just because we didn't want any more of whatever he is?
Help the children?
And was there any problem with whoever he is in your tribe? Before he killed
wasn't-
everyone?
No, of course not.
So then what is the
I
problem?
mean, he was one of our best warriors. Before he started chopping
And
people off.
Now you have weak warriors. Sounds like
Well,
not a very
considering that-
wise decision to be.
Considering that, now that you say that, if the tribe survived for 25 years, your tribe is actually doing alright.
Yeah, well, we are holding on.
Good job.
But most of our land is now poisoned by, I don't even know, black ooze.
What
The
kind of
animals
black
are
ooze?
leaving.
It is my understanding that more regions than just your own land is being affected, which leads me to suspect that perhaps whatever this curse is may not actually be directly the result of Stolgeg.
Janice, at this point, I think you just... It's getting to you. You know what they are talking about. You've heard, like, what's happening to his tribe. You've seen that happen firsthand. And as much as you were trying to not remember, it's, you know, it's coming back, all of it, just straight at you.
Maybe we should go to your tribe, see if we can help.
Well, as long as you bring him along.
What happened to those elf lands, anyway, that you were talking about?
Does the air guy
Where'd
say
they run
anything
from?
about it?
No. The humans and the elves never had that much
Communication.
contact because the elves are mostly in like the more dangerous part of the wood. that the humans prefer not to go to. The elves, there's one tribe specifically that is helping keep the area safe, actually. They're basically making sure that no monsters from deeper into the wood pass through their territory and towards Saltmarsh. But other than that, there isn't a whole lot of communication going on.
Can you describe the forest? This black ooze you speak of.
Well...
I don't want to hear it, but I think I must.
It's like all the forest spirits have left. There's poison fog. It's just misery and death, and the trees are dying. There are no animals, and the ones that are just not quite animals anymore. I don't know how to describe it. They are changed in some way, warped.
At this point, I just take my cup of ale and I just chuck it against the wall.
No ale in the house!
I don't like what I'm hearing.
You know what it is?
I'm so confused.
It's...
He's like, I left there ages ago, what the fuck is going on?
I thought curses were invisible.
Yes, it's very familiar to me. But it's not something that should be treaded lightly, I suppose. Should tread lightly towards. It's a curse that... Yes.
How to be really, really unspecific. Oh yes, this is bad.
I've seen bad before, yes.
So the whole land is dying. Is that what you're saying?
That's what it feels like.
There's not much life in those woods left.
You've
Whatever life
seen
there
this
is...
before?
Yes. I have, unfortunately.
You don't know what the cause may be.
Well, that's quite a story. I'm assuming those elves that were running, that you've seen, might have possibly been from my old tribe. Essentially, at some point in time, my tribe had the same curse fall upon them. Now, we didn't know why. And me being the head ranger at the time took it upon myself to actually find out what was going on. As you said, the people of your tribe couldn't really have strong children anymore, neither could we. The animals stopped. There wasn't anything in terms of life going on. We were quite a prosperous tribe at the time, but it just all stopped, it all ceased. And as your shaman said, it was a curse, so did mine. And I went to seek out that curse, and what I found was not something any sacrifice will stop.
As you say that, he looks you up and down, trying to figure out if you're being honest. But when you say not any sacrifice will stop, he almost looks relieved. Like, he doesn't say anything, but he almost looks relieved when you say that.
It kinda makes sense, because if the curse is eating the land, if it's already consuming everything, why would it need to consume a sacrifice? That sounds kinda pointless to me.
I can guarantee you that It does need any sacrifice. Though it will just continue to consume and consume no matter what you try and do.
Then how do
You
you
uncover
deal
the
with it?
source.
I don't know where it came from and why. But it was the day I became head ranger of my tribe. And, you know, we were celebrating, we were having a glorious time. There was food, there was wine, there was dancing, there was beautiful elves around. You know, one could imagine how good it felt. Until, of course, there were screams, and we ended up finding what was a young boy in one of the elk stables, covered in blood, sitting around what looked to be around 6 dead elks. And we had no idea why or where he came from. But it did not bode well for our tribe. It felt like a curse, and it seemed like a curse. So my tribe had to find a way of, I guess, dealing with this random occurrence in a way that, A, we would not be hurt in any way by it. Didn't know what it was or why it was.
What happened to the boy?
Well, all I remember is that our head shaman told me we had to steal him away in the forest. Because whatever he was not good. So we decided to steal him away. And sometime after that, this curse started coming. And for our own safety, we decided to essentially wipe our own memories. To forget where we sealed him so that no one would, you know, find him again.
Would he still be... Would he still be alive?
He is not a boy anymore, my man.
What is he now?
All I can say is... Well, before I tell you, I can certainly tell you I did my best to stop whatever he is now, that's for sure. But... he is... what appears to be a black dragon. And his presence alone simply rotted away in the forest. It corrupted the forest, it took any life that forest had, and it's gone. And he basically took my whole tribe. And I have had to live with that for a very long time.
We're sorry to hear it. But it's a good information to add to our archives. Thank you.
Takes notes in the corner.
As a dragon, as a black dragon, he still lives.
I would assume so. I have been looking for him for a very long time.
Do you have any inclination as to where he may be?
Absolutely no clue, my man.
Well, our barbarian friend says
But
that he...
I am certainly wanting to find him. He not only murdered my tribe, but he murdered my family.
This guy should know where it is, right? They're
Well,
running from it.
I don't think so, because he's trying to kill you.
But they're running from it, right?
Didn't even know there was a dragon. This is the first time I hear of it.
Well, there you go. So that should clear Mr. Stolkek's name then, shouldn't it?
Well, it makes us not want to sacrifice him. It doesn't clear him of the fact that he killed 3 of our tribe members in cold blood.
He's right. I did totally do that.
Solgek told us
What,
that we have
What?
some justice system.
Sorry,
There was a
what did you ask?
mention. Bretha.
What system of justice might there be?
In this case, I don't know. It would be for the current chief to decide.
Didn't Stolkik mention the one-on-one duel battle?
That might be one way to do it, yes.
And the other?
Well, I mean,
Oh, if it's up to chief to decide, then yeah.
it's
Would it-
We'll have to see the chief.
difficult to say.
Would your tribe be willing with what I have told you? Would they even consider doing it with what I have told you? Now that you know that this is not Stolgig's fault.
Well, it definitely changes things, that's for sure. I can talk to them, relay the information. I mean, if it's actually a dragon facing, he suddenly has this grin on his face, and he says, I mean, that's easy to deal with, right?
Have you killed any dragons in your time, my man?
Have you seen any?
Not
dragons?
recently, but there's a first for everything.
Good luck with that.
You're too weak, Glenn. It'll never happen.
Says the one who has to rely on these guys to help him out.
Hey,
It was kind of the opposite, though.
these guys are a way better tribe than you guys will ever be.
Last time I fought a dragon, it was sieging a city, and it took an army to bring it down.
Was it a human army? Was it one of you guys?
Yes.
There was a multitude of different people of a great deal of skill.
You underestimate us. I reckon we can take a dragon.
Really? Because we seem to take you down pretty quick.
Well,
I'm
that's
not-
because we weren't
No,
actually
w-
trying to fight you. We were just trying to get him.
I was greased up. So you
I
had an
I
advantage.
apologize. I apologize. I was not intending to underestimate you. On the contrary, I would like to find this dragon and join you in slaying it.
How can you slay a dragon while being, tied with a rope?
Another great
I
point.
suspect if we untie him, that will be the first step towards slaying a dragon.
Well, maybe he can break himself free. Maybe that'll make me believe that he might have a chance at facing a
What?
dragon.
How many
These
strong warriors do
flimsy
you have?
ropes. You think I can't break these flimsy ropes?
I'm just gonna tighten the binds even tighter.
You would have done it by now. If you wanted.
How many?
You could.
I was
tribe.
just being polite.
How many strong men do you have in your little
I'm not
tribe
gonna
that is withering
tell
away?
you that.
So basically, you don't have many because you're gonna need a lot.
The
I can
prob-
assure you that.
I'm pretty sure that tribe has sent all of their best men to search for Solgik.
This is no baby dragon.
He's trying
He-
to break free.
Yeah, he starts to like he starts to just try and break out, and you can actually see some of the rope that Stolgig used is starting to snap, but the vines are still, holding tight.
Can I sort of make it look like I want to help him? I want to sort of like touch his shoulder and cast calm emotion on him so he will relax a bit.
No, he's not angry. He's not mad or anything.
Ah, okay.
He's
Displaying his
he
prowess.
yeah, he's honestly he seems to be more enjoying himself than anything. It's almost like he doesn't take you guys too seriously.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
Would calm emotions cancel rage?
I